Well, hello my lovely dishers. It is time to dish with D. It is another vlog today. You know, my lives inspire me, and it inspired me twice. So I did a vlog on my Facebook group, which I will attach to the end of this, in case you don't, you're not a Facebook person. Well, you can get to see that vlog because it was a really good one as well. But this one's going to be, we talked last night. I can't remember who asked it. I apologize if, I should give you credit. But one of the gals, came up about, we think about why it's the struggle, about struggling. This whole is all about, and I see so many people struggling, including myself, and you'd think this would be the time of year we don't struggle, but, and I wanted to say, and I said to them last night, I think it's normal to struggle a little bit. I think if you see somebody that's just doesn't struggle or doesn't act like they struggle, I don't know if I believe it. I think, or if they do, then I think they're the abnormal. I think it's normal to have up highs and lows and ups and downs, and the more push-pull you have, I think the more normal your journey is, and it's a true journey. But we have this mentality sometimes that's depressing, like, why can't I have that? Like, why can't I have that? If you're out somewhere, maybe at a restaurant, you look at a menu and everybody's ordering and you're like, I can't have that. Why can't I have that? And you get so down about why you can't have that, when the reality is you can have that. How? That, my friends, is where the work comes in. How can I have that? Well, what is my line? You find a way to fit it in. Sometimes we have to look ahead. Sometimes we have to tweak tomorrow. But everything can be fit in. That's the thing. With people on a journey, we might have to work a little harder than somebody that doesn't. Because I got to tweak, and it's almost like you have to play a game of cards. It's like, remember Deal a Meal? I kind of get the Deal a Meal thing. I really do. Because it's like a game of rummy. That you're sitting there, you're the house, and how are you going to play these hands of food that you're dealt with? It's strategies. And that's what I hope to tell you. And that's what my whole channel is about. Strategies. Like, how can I make something like this at home? Number one, instead of always having to get it out. Like, I make a lot of the drinks I get at Dunkin' and Starbucks at home because I get them for a fraction of the points. I can get a pink drink for 0 or 1 point versus 10, 11, or 12. I can make a latte here for 1 or 1 point versus the 12 I have to pay at Dunkin'. You just have to make strategies and like tweaks. Like, okay, I have to sub out the sugar. That's always the main thing in anything that we eat, is the high sugar count. So you find a substitute that works for your body. Not everybody can have the same one, but the good news is there's several different ones to choose from. It's not like you just have one. There are several. For me, I choose the monk fruit for my granular sugar replacement, and I choose the other for the brown, which, again, Trivia Sweet Complete for my brown sugar. I do like the Sucrin, is probably my topper choice, but I only can get it online. I'd rather go to my local store and grab it, and it's the same. So I'm really happy with that one. So it works for me. Like, we talk a lot about, Denise, why don't you like Swerve? And like I said, for me, it's not sweet enough. I don't dislike it. I don't think it has an aftertaste. I don't think it's sweet. So I wouldn't use something that I'm going to have to put half a bag in. But that's my taste. If you think it's sweet enough, then that's great. I always say there's so many choices out there for us to play around with. Like the skinny syrups. Not everybody likes skinny syrups. I do. So I choose to use those as flavor enhancing for a lot of different things. It really amps up the flavor and doesn't cost me anything. Yeah, I might not be able to read the label, but for me, I don't look at it that way. It's not something that I'm worried about. But if that's something that you're worried about, then you wouldn't use them. So you always have to look with the things that you want to incorporate in your journey. And how can I make something, with me, it's always cake and donuts. How can I make cake and donuts lower? Well, you've seen it here on the channel. I do the Kodiaks. I've done, the sugar-free cake mixes. I've bought the Power Flour, which is right over here. It's the exchange that I choose to make to save a point or two. You know, the Pound Dropper cheesecakes. Again, are they traditional cheesecakes? I said it last night. They're not. They're made with yogurt, sugar-free pudding, cheesecake mix, and eggs. And a little bit of flour. The flour is key in that cheesecake. It gives it a little bit more texture. For me, it's good enough. I don't sit there and feel bad when I'm eating it. Like, if my family has regular cheesecake and I'm sitting there eating the Pound Droppers, I don't feel bad about it. When I make my crustless pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, I'm eating it. Do I feel bad about it? No, because for me, that hits the note that I need and I feel fabulous. So I feel like we have to figure it out. You have to maybe make a list of things that you feel you can eat on Weight Watchers, like, you know, or whatever healthy journey that you're on. Like, is there a list like, oh, I can't eat that? Like, same thing like with chicken Parmesan. We'll throw that out there. Oh, I can't, it's fried. Yes, it is fried. But if you bread your own chicken, the amount of breadcrumbs that you'll need, I'm telling you, is microscopic, maybe a point. And you can air fry it. So that chicken parm, and let me tell you, it tastes just as good, if not better. My family loves air fried chicken parm. So it's 1 point for the thing. The air fry didn't cost you anything. The marinara is not going to, well, if you make your own marinara. Or there is low sugar ones you could use. But yeah, I make my own, so it's 0 points. And yeah, the cheese. Okay, you just use a little less cheese. So maybe you have a point's worth of cheese. So that chicken parm is 2 points. And you can have yourself a nice piece of chicken parm. Yeah, we gotta put the work in. Like, so find things that you want that you're just not eating because you're on this healthy lifestyle. Oh, I can't eat that. I'm on this one. I can't eat that. Find it. Break it down. Figure out how you could swap an ingredient out. A lot of people swap the oils and butters for applesauce. I made the Lakanto chocolate chip cookies. Now, on the back of the bag, it called for coconut oil and almond milk. So, you know, I have unsweetened cashew milk, so that's what I used. I don't have coconut milk. I'm not a coconut milk lover. There's people that love coconut oil. People that love coconut oil. I was always told when something turns into a solid, it's not the healthiest choice. Which makes sense. Think about it. If it's a solid, it's going to be a solid in your body. So that's why I don't really... I don't really use coconut oil. I'm an olive oil girl. That's me. But I used applesauce in place of the coconut oil. Boys scarfed them down. Actually, I made them. What I did was I made the whole batch. I think it makes maybe 20 cookies. I don't even remember. But what I did, I should say, is I mounded it up like a scone and scored it. They scarfed those suckers down. They wouldn't have known that they were on the healthier side. So yeah, so just because it's like you see my dessert hummuses, I bring them to parties. People have no idea they're WW friendly. They think they're just delicious. You know, there's just ways that hits the note. So don't ever feel that I can't have that, because that sparks the I feel sorry for myself. And then when you feel sorry for yourself, you have something that you shouldn't have because you feel like, you know, you're not getting something. And then, you know, when you feel that way, you eat because you need to prove it to them and to yourself that you can have that. I can eat it. Just give it to me. I'll eat it. I'll prove it to you. So yeah, there's just has to be, you know, there's so many sites that have lightened up recipes. Like I said, Pound Dropper has the best desserts on the planet. The brownies, the pumpkin swirl bars, the peanut butter crumb bars that I made of hers were phenomenal. I subbed out powdered peanut butter. I reconstituted it, put it in there. Everybody loved it. Again, it's little things that you can take out that really don't affect the flavor that much, but man, you're eating something that you feel so decadent and they're like, yeah. So I feel like we feel sorry for ourselves, and then that leads into binging because you're sad and you're depressed, and that I'm going to eat because I'm sad, and eating will make me feel better. Not usually. It makes you feel better for that half a second, and then all of a sudden you're like, you're feeling bad again because now you've eaten way too much, and you're like, oh great, now I blew my week, so screw it, and then you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Been there, so I totally understand. That's where these vlogs come from. I've been there. I've made all these mistakes. I'm hoping that me vlogging helps you not make the same mistakes. So yes, it is normal to struggle. I want you to leave here with it is normal to struggle. And stop with the why can't I? Why can't I eat that? Why can't? Because you can. It does take a little bit of strategy, a little bit of work. Like a lot of times, like I knew I was going out, like I mentioned in my vlog yesterday, I knew I was going out to dinner. So I knew that I saved points for that. So I don't normally have a salad at lunch. I don't think a salad is satisfying, quite honestly. But I knew I was going out to an early dinner and I needed to have points. So I had my salad for lunch. A nice big ass one, I will say that. Got me 3 points for vegetables. I had 3 cups of greens. So win-win for me. But yeah, I had to sit there and strategize. I looked at the menu before I left. I knew I was probably going to have the salmon. So the choice between the salmon and the scallops. Since salmon is 0 for me on my personal points, I thought, you know what? And had roasted potatoes and asparagus. Didn't have pasta, and they're all natural. It's a potato, it's an asparagus, it's a natural ingredient. So you know that's always a better option than trying to get like a pasta, you know. But and it was Italian, I almost went for the pasta, but I really wasn't jonesing for pasta. Again, I was really, that hit me, and sometimes when the really good thing hits you, you run with it before you, like I thought that it was a mango salsa on top. I thought before I changed my mind, look at something else. I'm like, yeah, that's good. Shut the menu. Logged off, because I thought that's it. You know, I found it. It fit perfectly into my day, and it was fabulous, and it was absolutely yummy. I didn't finish the potatoes, but I ate all the asparagus and all the salmon. It was umptious, and I so enjoyed it. And again, if you're not enjoying what you're eating, I'm going to give you some, you know, a little tip. You're not going to make it. If you're not enjoying what you're eating, I hate to be blunt and be almost like, what? Did she just say that? She just said I'm not going to make it? Yeah, you're not, because you have to enjoy what you're eating to continue to eat it. And like I said, you can make good food on this plan. You just have to, and I know there's people that don't cook. I know that. And I don't even know what to say, because I feel the reason I cook is to eat. I mean, I like to cook, don't get me wrong, but I like to do other things as well. But if me going in the kitchen gets me more food, I'm in. And that's the mentality I have. Because I'm in there, because I'm putting that work in, I get more food. So that is how I enjoy being in there, because that's why I enjoy making recipes for you guys. When I come up with little, you know, hacks, because I need to eat that. And I have to find a low point way to do it. And I share it because I know the struggle of cake and cookies and donuts and sweets, and it's just it's in our faces day in and day out. And if you have a husband that, my husband doesn't do this, but I know there's a lot of husbands out there that, you know, they want cake every day. You know, they bring it home, they're gonna have it. My dad, that was my dad, that was like his favorite meal was dessert. It was like cake first and then the food later. So I get that. So you're living in a world where cake is just here, and how, you know, so you just come up with little cakes that you can make, and you can enjoy the cake with them. And maybe they'll taste yours and say, hey, yours is pretty good, because, you know, our stuff's good. I don't make things because they're low in point. I make them because they're good and low in point. Good definitely comes before points in my motto. It does. It has to, because if I'm not liking it, it's worthless. So yes, you have to put taste before points. Sometimes you'll see, I'll spend 4 or 5 points on something. You'd be like, I wouldn't spend 4 or 5 points on that. I do. So it all depends. You have to think what is important in your journey and what food. Like I said, you're not willing to sacrifice. You know, I had to find a way to make fried food. So I got an air fryer. And then I upgraded my oven to an air fryer, because we air fry all the time. Because it's just a great way to feel like you're eating regular food, and you are. And the boys, they enjoy it. You know, I have, you know, boys that are what, 22, 23, and 28. They don't complain when I make it. Never have they ever said, I wish you would have deep fried it. Nope. Well, they know what's good for them, but no, they really truly like it. So it's great that, you know, and you just have to. It's your life, you know, and it's going to be your life. So when you start making these changes, they're permanent changes, because you're not going to go back to deep frying your chicken parm when you got to goal weight. No, you're going to still air fry it, because you have to maintain what you're doing to keep your weight off. You work too hard to get here. You have to fight for it. I'm going to leave it with that. So thank you for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't joined my Facebook group, there's a link down below for Dish with Dee's Crew. Come along. I'm going to post the vlog right after this, so you can get a little feel of what goes on in the group. There's a lot of new people that have just subscribed, so welcome to all the newbies. I thank you for hitting that subscribe button and making yourself a priority. I go live 7 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. Join us here, and I will talk to you another day, my friends. Well, it's time, my lovelies, dishers, to dish with D again. Oh my God, these days are going by fast. Oh. So how is everyone? It's Tuesday. I keep thinking it's Wednesday. I'm always a day ahead, and I'm not sure what it is. But yes. Oh, I have no neck today. I have a turtleneck. I have a high jackets all the way up. I feel like the old me with no neck. It is 20 degrees this morning here. Actually, it's very dry. It's not, I don't know. I guess I expected it to feel colder than it is. But like my husband said, it's dry. It's not windy right now. So far it's not that bad. It's going to go in the teens tonight. Oh, chilly. Maybe if you shiver, do you burn off more points, calories? I don't know. You know. So, during the live last night, we had a discussion, and lots of good discussions go on there. If you don't know that, you should check it out. What I want to talk about, though, somebody asked me to reiterate about this. I do talk about this a lot, but, you know, I think it's one of those things that, yeah, it's an important thing, and I think it's something that I've learned over the last year and a half. Taking this health course really opened my eyes to a lot of things as well. And you all know I took that over the summer. There's another one I want to take, but just haven't had any, you know. I was going to do it over Christmas, but that didn't happen. We all know that didn't happen. But maybe I'll wait till the summer again when I've got more free time. But it was about what I heard in the videos that I watched. It was all online. It was all videos. It was kind of a cool course. And the one person said, we, especially American, I don't know about European, but it was more Americans, tend to say, are you full? Are you full? Are you full? And other countries, and I guess, you know, they'll say, are you still hungry? Are you still hungry? I never thought about that. You know, like, eating to your full is too much. You have to, you know, it's like, I try now to say, as I'm eating, especially if you're out and you have a humongous plate of food, like you're home, you can control what you put on your plate. But when you're out and you order a meal, it comes out the way it comes out. And, you know, we tend to always want to finish our plate because we were really geared that way as kids, you know. You had to finish your plate, you couldn't get off the table. But now I try and eat, and then when I'm maybe halfway or, you know, close to halfway, I'll sit there and I'm like, am I still hungry? And most times it's no. So then, especially if it's a big, now last night I did say that, but I only had a 6-ounce piece of fish and I had some roasted potatoes and asparagus. So what I did was I finished the fish and the asparagus and I left the rest of the potatoes. I figured I had half of them. You know, I was very well satisfied, but I could have, you know, but I thought, you know, it's fish. So that's what I did last night. But a lot of times, especially when you're at a restaurant where you have this, like, you know, like I grab the girl to grab a box. Because the quicker I put it away, the quicker I'm not going to finish it. And as long as I'm sitting there satisfied versus sitting there hungry. And here's the kicker of all this. In the beginning, you always think you're hungry. It's that head hunger, or you just want it. And that takes a long, I mean, especially for somebody like me who's been heavy for quite the while, to get out of that mentality of just wanting it, to wanting to taste it, wanting the feel of it in my mouth. You know, that's what it is. It's not that my stomach wants it. It's just that my sensations want it. So getting past that, you know, it's a work. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, oh, that happens overnight. You know, a week or two, you'll be getting, no, it took me months, maybe a year or better to get to where I'm at now. And am I there permanently? No, I have days where I don't do what I should do, but for the whole I do. But I do have those tendencies. Like, I think as being a person with a weight issue, you always have those tendencies to want more. And knowing that I have an overeating problem. So I have to be very cognizant the fact that I want more. So when I'm like at a buffet or a party where you can just go and get more, I can't. And I try to tell the people I'm with that. See, once you do that, you're not going to embarrass yourself and get out. So I tend to do that now. Don't make me sure I don't go up. Steve, no, this is all I want. I can't eat anymore. So I make that announcement because I'm not going to get up after I've made that announcement. No way, because you don't want people to go, Denise, you said you weren't going to get any more. No, you don't want to hear that. So I kind of almost say that so for me that I won't get up. No way am I going to get up there after I said I wasn't. No. So I've been doing things like that, and like I said, giving ownership to other people. It's almost like you need a babysitter for some things. You know, I'm not proud. Yeah, I do. Like when I got these cute little things at the store. I can't remember what they're called. Something. I can't remember what they're called, but they're chocolate that's good for you. Well, you know, yeah, it may be good for you, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have points and calories. So it was really good. And it had like dried fruit on top and nuts. It was like a bark. Dark chocolate. It's amazing. It's really good. But again, I tend to just gorge on that. So I had to say to somebody in the house, here, take this because it's killing me. So then it just gives it to them, and I'm not apt to go for it because they have it now. So it's little things that I need to do for me that help me stay, you know what I'm saying, stay with where I need to stay. Because yeah, I have that tendency to always want more, always trying to go for more. So as long as you know that about yourself, I think you can better deal with it. When we live in like, oh, I'll just follow, like sometimes we think we're stronger than we are. I'll just say no. Sometimes that's too hard for me to put myself in that driver's seat. I have to put somebody else in charge of me in an indirect way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's an indirect way. But sometimes, like, if you're with a person who might not be as nice and say, you're going to eat that? So much of those stupid Weight Watchers. Yeah, you're just going to keep eating. Yeah, that's what we do. I guess you wouldn't put that person in charge. Yeah. If I had that person, I couldn't do that. Because that would really, of course, that could maybe drive you to make them shut up. Yeah, I mean, I could see that a little bit. But to put that person in their place. But yeah, I always say you have to have a good support system. If you have somebody at home sitting there mocking you all the time, yeah, that's not good. And I know a few people that have that, and I do understand that. And it makes it near impossible because you got the little parrot sitting there constantly over your shoulder at every little thing that you grab, bite, and eat. And you can't eat that. There she goes again. That didn't last long. Yeah, I can understand that. And what they don't understand is sometimes you can do that on plan because you're not on a diet. And yet sometimes you can have those little tweaks. So shut up. That's what you need to say. Sometimes when you put a bully in their place, yeah, shut up. Or I'm not making you dinner. They always hold food over their head. That usually works. But yeah, I totally get that. But yes, being cognizant of what you're eating. And when you sit there, and we're all adults, we're all pretty smart, you know, and we know what a portion looks like. You know, we know what we should eat. Just because it's on our plate doesn't mean we need to finish it. Like, well, this is what the plate is, so I'm going to eat it. No, don't eat it if you're done. Like, you know, when you start eating, how starving you are, and you're hungry, and and then I'm telling you, after about a few minutes, you'll find that you're not hungry anymore, and that's a great time to put it away. That's how you learn control and portions. You know, and that it's hard when you like I said, I've grown up with eating what I want, when I wanted, and as much as I wanted. Nobody ever said that was too much. Don't eat that again. Are you eating now? We used to wait up to midnight on Good Friday to have food because we were fasting all day. My brother and I would order pizza. You know, we stayed within our Catholic teachings and we didn't eat all day. Well, it was Saturday morning now, so we could eat. Yeah. You know, so I know. Like I said, I've done all the tricks. I've done all the, I've snuck food. I've hid food. I've been there, done all that. So I kind of get it all. So that's why I try to, encourage you to, listen to how you feel. That's what they call intuitive eating. And that's how you could start being more intuitive. My intuition always tells me to eat more. I don't know, but that's how they do it. They don't eat till their tummies stuff. No, they eat till they're satisfied and not hungry anymore. And that's what you have to. And if you start looking for that, you'll see it. Like, we don't see it because we don't look for it. So start being very mindful when you eat, and eat slow. I also say that because when you eat with more than one person and you're done and they're not, and you're still watching them eat, it makes you want to eat, even though you might not be hungry. It's like, well, they're eating, I should be eating too. So if you eat slower and they go back for seconds and you're still eating your first portions nice and slow, you'll get done at the same time, and you won't have that, because sitting there watching somebody eat when you have an eating problem, yeah, it makes you want to eat. Even though you couldn't be hungry, again, it's up here. It's mentally you want that food. So I have learned to eat slower, put my fork down, take a drink. I get up and I do something like, oh, let me just throw this in the sink, or let me, go stir this vegetable again, even though it's cooked. So there's just little tricks that, get you through and learn, like I said, teaching. You're never too old to learn, and teach yourself to be more intuitive in your eating. So that is my spiel for today. I will throw my breakfast in again. I think it worked. Yes, I thought it was fun. Today I had Dave's Killer Bread with avocado, scrambled eggs with sun-dried tomatoes, pickled peppers, like pickles in a jar, feta cheese, and a slice of Canadian bacon. And it was just, and I put a little feta on my Ezekiel bread, my avocado toast. Oh, it was so good. Oh, and I've been doing the egg whites with the egg to bulk it up a little bit. So that was nice. And I did throw my teaspoon of non-fat Greek yogurt in my scramble. Oh, it makes I don't think you can notice it in the picture, but the eggs are just so creamy and delicious. So I love doing that. So that is it for today. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tonight at Tea with D, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on my YouTube channel. Have a great day, folks. Breakfast this morning is 2 scrambled eggs with a little bit of egg white, a bell pepper, sun-dried tomato, and 1 slice of Canadian bacon. Topped with a little sprinkling of feta, with a slice of Dave's Killer Bread with 1 point of avocado and a little bit more of that feta and some citrusy garlic. So my personal points, this breakfast is about, my bread is 3, 4 for my avocado, 5 for my feta. So 5-point breakfast to keep me full. Oh, look how good this looks. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a good morning.